So she's wondering if it's shady or not, or should she be upset because her boyfriend is getting naked pictures of women, but not from other women. It's from guys that are on a group text every single day. Cassie's got the email.
Bert Show, I need your opinions because I have mine, but I'm being told I'm overreacting. I don't think I am, but if that's the case, please convince me that this is no big deal because my boyfriend is doing a terrible job. So my boyfriend, Mike, has a group text with about 6 of his guys. They have this thing where they are each assigned a day of the week. On their day, they have to send a text featuring a naked girl. These seem to be sent around early evening every day, and they all seem to start talking about the pictures. I noticed that Mike is consumed with his phone around this time every day. The other day, I noticed he kept picking up his phone. I asked him why, and he said it was his day, and he had just sent his picture and was waiting for the response. I told him I think it's disgusting, and he told me I'm overreacting. I said it's disrespectful. He said he wasn't doing anything wrong, and if he was, he wouldn't be so honest with me about it. I want him off this group text, but he refuses. So am I wrong? Is this gross, or is this disrespectful? So, Allison.
I don't know that. Well, I guess there's a couple of things to unpack here. So are these like ex-girlfriends that they have pictures of and they're sharing with each other?
I wouldn't think if they each have been assigned a day, I think they just Google image naked women and send a picture to their friends.
Yeah, exactly that. I know men who do this on a regular.
Really? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's a new depth of creepy I had never heard of before. 1-855-BERT Show if you want to get in on this. So how does this work?
It's weird, but yeah, like I know guys who have these types of group texts where they'll send each other just random women like that you find online, whether it's models or whomever, to each other, and then they do whatever they do. I guess they talk about the pictures. It's like a thing.
It's a weird thing to banter about.
I'm kind of a little stunned. Like, yeah.
Like I've never been a part of like one of these groups, but I do have friends who will just send random pictures of women every once in a while, and you got to kind of tell them like, bro, what is this? Why are you doing
check out this hottie kind of thing?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Or some men just don't see anything wrong with that.
Are they sending you pictures of like a girl that they're going to go out with, and oh my God, guess who I'm going out with? Check this out. It's not like that.
Not like that at all. It's just kind of like a look at this woman kind of thing.
Hell yeah, if I'm her, I'm pissed.
Yeah, if I'm her, like if I'm putting myself in her shoes, if I found Bart was a part of a group text like this, I would be livid. And when it comes to, we've had this discussion before when it's as far as like what is objectifying, what isn't objectifying. And like if as a woman, to feel like you're being objectified, it's unsolicited attention, unwanted attention. Now, women who pose for pictures for that intent, they're taking the ownership of it. But them having this group and discussion of women's bodies, it doesn't sit right.
It's so out of anything I'm trying to get in the mind of the dudes that are doing. I can't come up with anything. Like, yeah, I'm kind of. It's so creepy. I'm speechless.
So I'm with you. Like I don't get it either, but it's just not my kind of thing. I'm not into strip clubs and things like that. But I know guys who will say it's the same. Like I got a friend who goes to the strip club every weekend, and he's in a marriage, and he gets into an argument about it all the time. And his thing is, I was doing this when we met. Like this is just my thing, and he doesn't see seeing these pictures as any different than him going to see these women in person at the club, and he just feels like it's his thing.
All right, my question is, all right. I'm hearing him out. Do you go to the strip club every single day at the same time?
No, he doesn't do that.
See, so I feel like this would be the equivalent. Like if you're going to say that, if you go to the strip club with your buddies here and there, whatever, but to have like an appointment at this time and you have scheduled days and it's like,
I'm not even sure.
Odd.
I think it's odd that you'd be going to a strip club every week with your dudes, especially if your wife isn't down with that. I haven't been to a strip club since Tiffany and I started dating. She hates them. Not because I'm going there. Let me try to explain what strip clubs really are for dudes. It's just another place to hang out, at least when I have gone. Now, you got your dudes that are there like Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. That's something totally different. When I've gone, it's really almost like a bunch of dudes going together and drinking like you would at a bar in a different setting. Like, it's almost like the women on stage, at least in the time, it's secondary to what's going on, to all of us hanging out.
See, but I think like you do. That's why I think we need to talk to a guy who, because they see it differently. Like there are guys who that's their release for whatever reason. I don't need a strip club in my life, but if that's something you do, for whatever reason you do it, and then you get married and you were doing it before, they usually feel like I shouldn't have to stop now that we're in a relationship. You married me when I was doing this.
So for me, I was never a regular at strip clubs. I certainly went. I went with my ex-wife before also. But Tiffany's take on it is like she feels that strip clubs are sort of breeding grounds for sex trafficking. And she got a real problem with that. So that was the last time I ever gone to a strip club because it's such a big deal for her. And it's really not it was really not a sacrifice.
So it wasn't hard for you
Hell
to be
no.
like, that wasn't going to be a
no.
sticking point for you. No, you can't tell me I can't go to strip clubs.
No. Lindsay, good morning. You were on the Bert Show. Hi.
Good morning. I have been married for 7 years to my high school sweetheart, and he has a group of 6 friends who they've been friends since I knew him in high school. And they have a group chat. They chat every single day, and I would never be okay with this, ever, ever. I have seen their chats. They can be pretty disturbing sometimes.
Yeah.
However, never like this.
So what's the most offensive thing about this for you as a woman?
I think one, just going in and getting random photos is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it
creepy.
just gives you that weird vibe. It's creepy. But also just if you're in a relationship and your significant other is not okay with something and you just continually think that it's okay to keep doing it, I just think that's wrong. I think marriage and relationships are about compromise and making each other comfortable and also challenging each other, but you have to be open to those things.
I appreciate you calling. Here is Sam. Hey, Sam, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
So I'm a golfer. I'm a pretty avid golfer, and my girlfriend is also a golfer. And that's like a known thing about me. So when the guys that I work with found out that I golf, they got excited and they added me to their group chat. And I thought this was going to be a normal group chat, but in this group chat, they send like hot golf girl photos to each other, and like they rate these golf influencers, and it was the weirdest thing I have ever seen. And I left the group chat within like 2 days.
No doubt. No doubt. Anybody ever bring it up to you? Like, hey, we noticed you're not on the group chat anymore. What happened?
Yeah, they add me back to the group chat all of the time because they think it's funny.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. That says a lot.
Cassie.
The relationship stuff aside, what's weird is like what would concern me the most is when you're trading pictures of women like this, you're not treating them as humans and as equal humans. Like women aren't baseball cards to be traded because you think they're hot. So my concern is, how do you actually treat women? How do you value them? Do you really see them as equal? Like there was a study done that showed for this sample of guys that when they looked at pictures of women in a bikini, the same parts of their brain lit up as when they looked at a lamp, meaning they saw women as an object and not as an equal human being. So if you're trading naked photos of women, you're not treating them like autonomous human beings. You're treating them like objects to be traded, ogled, judged, critiqued. And to me, that's the grossest part of this.
It's demeaning. It feels demeaning.
Yeah.
So just in the interest of balance here, April doesn't really have a problem with it. Hey, April, good morning.
Hey, Bert, how are you?
Fantastic. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'm a married mother of 2. I feel like I'm very secure in my relationship with my husband, and I understand that men are visual creatures. In general, they are visual, much more visual than women. We're emotional creatures. Men are visual creatures. I have a mad crush on Jason Momoa. So if I have a picture of Jason Momoa in like a shirtless whatever, I share it with all my friends because I'm admiring that the way he looks. I just love the way he looks, but it doesn't have anything to do with my relationship with my husband. Personally, I don't care. My husband does exactly what Mo was talking about. He's got a couple of friends from the military, his military days, and they exchange pictures of women all the time. It really does not bother me because I think it's a visual creature. It's just a piece of art for him, and I don't have a problem with it. I think what I think Kathy just said about they see, like, if you see the brain waves in a man, it looks like the same for a man. A lamp is the same as a woman, and that's offensive to her. To me, that would give me comfort. It's like, well, there's really nothing to it. He sees it as a lamp, so it's not like a big. And these women are posing naked on purpose. It's not like these are, Taliban, contraband photos. So
Interesting take. Interesting take. Now, just for the record, she's the only one calling up and saying, yeah, I ain't got a problem with that at all. That's it.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get the Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.